It's slotted into my routine way too easily. Really happy with the results. I've been using the Klorane Aquatic Mint Mask for 30 days now, and I'm really surprised how much I've gone to grab it. It's way too easy to use. The results are so good for my skin. Considering I've got dry skin, this is just that weekly detox that it needs because it doesn't dry my skin out. It's deep cleansing and it's so fun to use as well. In terms of what results I saw, I used this twice a week when I was in the bath, and I felt like my skin's sort of texture, my breakouts were less. I felt like when I took it off, considering it's a face mask with clay in, I didn't have that tight feeling. It actually felt really comfortable. During the time I was trying it, I was lucky enough to do an Instagram live with the education manager for Klorane. And she told me a little bit more about the mint ingredient and how basically there's a pond in the world that's very polluted. And Klorane actually put the mint in that they use in these masks to clear the pond, which I find fascinating. Don't get me wrong, it scared me a little bit, but it just goes to show we usually tend to go for, say, salicylic acid, BHAs for when we want a deep cleanse and a purification, but that can actually be quite drying. So a natural alternative using the mint mask has been really beneficial for my skin. I found just keeping this next to my bath made me use it more often than I would. I just found myself, if I'd cleanse my skin, just sort of sitting in the bath or like grabbing it and then sitting on the sofa and just applying it. You don't need a mirror to apply it. It's so easy that you use it more. Definitely in the evening, not something I'd use in the daytime. Really nice if you use a hot flannel afterwards to just remove it all, because it feels like you've had a little spa treatment. So in terms of the formula, when you think of clay masks, I always tend to think of like thick, heavy. But what's interesting, I think from the bullet, you'd expect it to go on like super green, like this. But it's actually quite lightweight. And can you see, you really have to build it up to get like a lot of mask, but you don't need a lot of mask. The more pressure you apply and the more you sort of overdo it, you might find yourself taking away the mask. So what I like to do was apply one thin layer, leave it sort of a minute and then go back in so I could cover the surface area, if that makes sense. You might find as well, because of the stick, you get this extra build-up. So just work it in and then leave it, wash it off. The one thing is that it does get a little bit messy around the rim, but it's not going to put me off using it, to be honest. It's just a simple clean that it needs. When you take off the lid, you can instantly smell the sort of light spearmint smell. I'm thinking of a mint scale. It's not an airwaves, it's more of a spearmint, soft mint kind of mint. It didn't irritate my eyes, it didn't make them stream at all. Because it's mint, you also get the physical feeling of cool, like a cool tingly, but again, not an airways kind of tingle, more of a soft spearmint tingle, which is so nice after you take your makeup off, or you just feel like you've had a busy weekend, you need to reset. It's just way too easy to use and really good to use. I've really enjoyed it. I plan on getting this right to the bottom. I really have enjoyed using it. Just as I wind it out, I've got a lot of product in there. Apparently as well, this has got 20 face masks worth of product, which you wouldn't know from looking at it, would you? So I'm definitely going to keep using it. It's slotted into my routine way too easily. Really happy with the results. So let's see what happens, not just instantly, but over time as well. When shopping and looking around for a detoxing mask, this is definitely one I would rebuy, just because of how easy it is to use and the results that I've seen.